Hey guys, what's up? This is going to be a final thing on the whole KenseiSl thing, and it's not going to be mean-spirited or anger-ridden whatsoever because I've already gotten over it and I've seen certain comments on it, and I also am a bit annoyed at myself because this could have gone on a little bit better than I could have presented, and I think that, you know, that needs to be addressed. First off, and I've already stated this in annotations in the last video I did, and I thought I stressed this enough, but I guess I didn't do it enough, and I blame my own anger for this. If you guys are going to be going over to KenseiSl's, you know, channel just to troll him, if you're going to be PMing with trolls or just a whole bunch of "you're stupid, you're an asshole," if that's what you guys are doing, stop. Please stop. You're only making, you're not helping matters at all. The only reason why I wanted you guys to go over there was pretty much to check out his technique. He thinks he's a great swordsman. And this was mostly for the swordsmen. Other people who practice martial arts, go over there, check out his technique, see if it has any value whatsoever. I myself am not going to comment on his technique because I think anything I say on it, whether good or bad, will at this point seem kind of insipid. All I will say is that the written advice that he had given me before he flew off the handle made sense. I think that a lot of what he says in words makes a lot of sense in some ways. Now, whether what he's doing in practice, on the other hand, I think that's subject to something else, but I'd rather have other people who know what they're doing, you know, speak on that. That's all. But if you guys are going to be going over there just to troll the hell out of him, no. Guys, come on. We're better than that. Please. Now, I've already gotten some criticism for putting up those particular videos that I did, especially since this all started off of private messages. Now, I'm going to state once again that this is the first and probably the only time I'm ever going to be showing private messages on here. I normally don't do that. If you guys have seen, let's just point this out. If you guys have seen some of the stuff I've gotten on private messages from some people who were pissed off at me, you'd be amazed. I'd probably have a whole lot of people's reputations ruined if they saw some of the shit that they sent me, but I usually don't send this. But what burned me up is that he, and this says a lot considering the amount of time that I've been on here, and because I've dealt with fundamentalist crazy Christians, one crazy Muslim, one dude who had a personal vendetta against somebody else. They said some insane shit. They said some insane shit. But he is the only person I have seen who flew off the handle off of simple questions. I've asked fundamentalists simple questions and they didn't even blow up nearly as much as this guy. They just said something about, oh, that's irrelevant, or they couldn't answer the question and just left, or like condemned me to hell or something. But never have I actually countered somebody who, because I asked them simple questions, accused me of having an ego problem, or, you know, or trying to act superior, or failing some test or whatever. It's like, wait a minute. Who the hell are you to come out of nowhere and just randomly test people who happen to swing metal objects around? It's like, it was just more like, who the hell do you think you are? That was the first thing that struck me. And then the second thing that struck me was that after he took offense at simple words I stated, and again, you guys can go back to the 2 videos that are up and look at what I sent him, and there's nothing inflammatory there. He gets offended, blocks me, but then proceeds to send me 7 more PMs continuing to slam me with shit, and then even taunts me, ha ha ha, I blocked you, I bet you it's burning you up, but you can't send anything back. So I realized, this is somebody who delights in deriding other people, but doing it in a way that they can't talk back. And I remember that earlier he said that he received a lot of negative comments from people, and then I went back and looked at his videos and realized that you see tons of his own comments, but you never see anything from anybody else. So that spoke to me of somebody who can't take criticism and who delights in, you know, insulting others and deriding others, but not having them fight back. This speaks of a weak mind and a weak character, and yet he's going around saying, oh, I'm testing people, or I'm giving people lessons, as if he has the right to do so. Yet he can't take the heat himself, as is obvious on his own channel. You notice if you say anything even slightly critical about him, even if it's not mean-spirited in any way, you're blocked and your comment is instantly taken off. That's interesting, considering that he supposedly is telling other people to have an open mind. So I was like, The thing, of course, that pissed me off the most, because I was still gonna, like, let me just ignore this asshole. The thing that set me off is, of course, when he's then accusing me of something that I didn't even do. You didn't even thank me. Motherfucker, the very first... don't you dare, it just pisses me off. If I'm being polite and cordial to you, and then you're the one acting like an asshole, and then you accuse me of being like an asshole when I didn't even act that way towards you, if he was in front of me in real life, I probably would have hit him. And I'm not saying that's a good thing of my particular character. But I would have been like, what the fuck? I hope your kung fu is good enough. And that's not a good indictment of me. I'm just simply saying it's one of my pet peeves that pisses me off. If I'm being nice to you, if I'm being cordial to you, don't be an asshole and then try to throw that back in my face. Don't throw my kindness back in my face. It sets me off. But I realize that this is a guy who needs to realize what it's like to be on YouTube. He doesn't know how to deal with people, obviously. And the fact that he delights in trolling people in this manner, but then all of a sudden trying to look meek and mild. Oh, the other people are so unenlightened. Look, did you see his comments, the condescending way he was reacting? This guy obviously has an overactive imagination. Oh, he just says such horrible things. Oh, I have to report him. But you see his PMs, you see the type of character he has. And the way he will delete anything being towards him. It's like, this guy needs a lesson. And maybe it's presumptuous of me to think that, but I was like, this guy really needs to understand why you don't treat people this way. He thought he can get away with it because it was all through private PMs, and he blocked me. What could I possibly say towards him? Because if I say anything back towards him on his channel, well, I'm blocked. And if I go to another account, which, why the hell would I do that for? Go to another account and then say anything that isn't kissing his feet, and then he'll block me again with this air of superiority. Not realizing that all I have to do to expose him is make a video. And that's the reason why I put those up ultimately. To let him go, no, you're not invincible, motherfucker. If you're acting like an ass, sooner or later the word is going to get out. And I decided I'm going to be the one to let people know exactly what his character is. In the hopes that when he sees this, it will make him go, ooh. Maybe I better rethink my approach. Now, whether he's going to do that or not, that's on him. But I was really hoping that when these videos come up, it's going to make him step back and go, oh shit. I need to rethink how I'm doing my stuff on YouTube. I need to rethink how I'm talking to people. Now, from what I'm seeing so far, he has not learned that lesson. Because people have told me, you know, they've written things to him and he's instantly blocked them. So he still hasn't learned his lesson, but I'll tell you one thing. People now aren't going to be taking him seriously much anymore, especially after this. And that's the whole point. Hopefully one day, this will come back to him. He will remember this little episode and he'll go, maybe that's why I'm not getting the respect I think I need. Maybe this is why I'm not, you know, getting the attention I feel I deserve for my so-called talents with my weapon. And again, I'm not talking about whether he has a talent with the weapon or not. I'm just simply talking about the way he deals with others. I felt that, you know what, if this is the way you deal with people, let's just put it out there. Let's just put it out there. This is the way this guy reacts to people. And when it's out in the open, let's see how other people react to it. I really hope this will make him think next time if he talks to other people, how he talks to them. And if he happens to be watching this, I really hope you take those words to heart, man. When I wrote down humility, I wasn't trying to be insulting or condescending. I was actually trying to be frank as one human being to another. Dude, I think you need to look at this. It was not to put down your skills or to step on your supposed superiority with a weapon. I was talking about how you talk to other people. It doesn't matter what level of skill you may have in a certain field. Yeah, I may not be at that particular level, but that doesn't mean that you treat me like a piece of shit. It doesn't fly. Because in today's world, you try to act that way to people, people will react. And to be fair and honest with you, as one swordsman to another, knowing how to use a sword doesn't mean shit today. So you really need to get your head out of your ass in that particular aspect. You're not a master. I don't see any you talk about you've taught this people, taught that people. I have yet to see any students on your videos. I have yet to see you actually swing a real live blade on the screen. As far as I know, everything you're telling me is just what you're telling me. You have no proof of this. Now, you may actually have these ranks, but even if you do, the fact remains that it doesn't mean a damn thing. What matters is how you deal with people. And from what I've seen, it's lacking. I tried to tell you this in a very kind way, and what did you do? Blocked me and then sent me a whole bunch of insulting PMs. And then when those things were exposed, you showed even more of your character by denying it? And yet you're supposed to be some type of open-minded, enlightened master? The two don't go together. this little episode has damaged you more than it will ever damage me. Even if some people may have questioned my particular methods, and I can understand why they've questioned those particular methods. I won't say that there were, you know, I won't say they were absolutely correct, and I do think that I could have gone about this a little bit of a different way. I think I kind of regret being as angry as I did, but I do not regret the fact that it exposed you for who you are. And I really hope that this will get you to sit back and think, maybe if I didn't act like an idiot, this would not have happened. Learn your, and by the way, to send your words back to you, that's a free lesson for you.
Dude, you pushed the wrong fucking buttons. Learn from it.